Hello, good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Jackie, thank you very much. Big shout out for you. Um, yeah, and my name is Tertius Schoeman. I'm from Cotton SA. I'm contracted to Cotton SA doing the development and transformation, but I'm also now busy with the standard, the new cotton sustainable standard that we're busy developing. Um, yeah, the my talk is about cotton. Um, no, I must say I would rather be out in the fields, in the cotton fields, than here. I'm a bit out of my depth here. There you are. Thank you very much for the opportunity. My little business mentor and project services is contracted to Cotton SA, and there we have the. There it is. Right. Okay. So in 10 minutes' time, there's no ways that we will be able to cover all of this. I would just like to say that a big shout out to everyone that's using cotton. Cotton has been that there's 2% up in usage of cotton worldwide. And it's very interesting. The millennium generation is actually wearing natural fibers because they want to know where it's coming from, who's producing it, how it's cultivating. So at least in everything that's happening out there, that there's 2% of use more in the world. There's the world production of cotton fiber. The prices are down at the moment because of the overproduction. China is the biggest producer of cotton. And just to put context to that, in the bigger picture, only Africa is only producing 4% of the international production, and Mali is the biggest producer in Africa with 500 tons, and we are doing in South Africa about 18,000 tons of fiber. So if you take the biggest spinner in Bangladesh, then they use that in 1 week. 1 week of fiber of our whole national crop. But I'll come later to that. Cotton is a desert plant. The whole rumor about and the whole thing about water usage of cotton is actually not founded because there you can see that 6,500 liters is actually for rain, 2,300 liters of the 8,000 liters per 1 kilogram of cotton lint is actually rainwater. It's a very good rotational crop, and it's a desert plant. I was explaining to the audience outside that the white that you see around the cotton is actually to insulate it against the desert floor. Because remember, if you take seed to that heat, you will actually sterilize it. So with a bit of moisture, it actually then becomes the growing medium for that, and that's why cotton is actually planted very shallow. It's at 35 degrees Celsius, pollen on maize dies, so that you can see that's why cotton actually thrive in very high heat. 40 plus, it's happy. If you keep it wet, it's happy. And of course, a very little theft. And there you are. All right. So why cotton? And I've just take some of the stuff that it's 100% biodegradable. I mean, with the synthetic fibers, it's polluting forever. Forever. It does not break down. Because of the cellulose structure of cotton, it's 100% biodegradable. It's a C3 plant, with otherwise it sequestrates more carbon dioxide than it actually uses. We just heard about the wonderful work that's being done on cotton cloth and clothing being recycled. To recycle synthetic fiber, it's very expensive because of the small microns it goes into. All right, so in South Africa, we The South African production between 85 and 90% is exported. But look at that stat there. During 24-25, the textile imports increased year on year by 33%. And you can go and check that on TextFed site. So more and more textiles is coming into the country, and less of our own is being used here. In South Africa, so if you want to replace the production of cotton that we actually use in South Africa, we need to produce 1.5 million bales, where we do now around about 60,000. So you can just imagine the usage of cotton here locally. I mean, I was thinking this morning while driving here that all the bedding and all the pillows, if you are privileged to sleep with pillows, cases, and bedding, all of that is imported. Nothing is being made local. It used to be, but yeah, not anymore. Then the whole thing about replacement imports. So if we take t-shirts, jeans, underwear, chinos, and towels, and we replace that by making it ourselves, we can create between 70 and 80,000 jobs. And we understand one job in South Africa is equal to 5 livelihoods at least. Then lastly on this, smallholder cotton is due by hand picking, is a very good quality. So if you can get your hands on cotton being hand picked, it's a very good quality. Remember, in the whole price of mechanization, damage is being done to the fiber. Okay, that's fine. Okay, this is the many uses. I'm not going to go in detail. I'm sure Jackie will share this whole presentation with you, but this is what happens with cotton. Nothing is thrown away. One of my favorites here is banknotes. In the old banknotes, about between 70 and 80% of the old banknote was of cotton. You will remember in the old days when you washed it, you just put it out there, and it will be good again because it's cotton in there. Okay, so this is then the seed cotton. That's the stuff coming from the field. The ginnery is then separating it into seed and lint. Now, cotton is one of the only industrial crops where you have a food segment and the lint that you can use for fiber. There's all the uses of cotton. Nothing is getting okay. All right. Now my pet project. So Gossypium is the species for all the cotton in the world. But we've got a local cotton down in the Lowveld. And the Herbaceum subspecies Africanum, there you can see it. It's actually very good, strong fiber, good color, but it's very short in staple length, and we want to work on that. Generally speaking, out there in farming industry, cotton, because of being cellulose in fiber, if you water it and you feed it, the fiber will go longer. So what we've done, we've identified a plot outside of Bushbuck Ridge on the Sabi River, and we want to do 100% true organic cotton. But otherwise, it's indigenous plants. It is local. It can be worn, and with the whole process of being done by hand in the field. And Sunparks has already said that they will use everything that we were able to produce there. So that's something that I would really like to see in future being exposed. Then I'm sorry. All right. So I would entertain some questions. But I'm also going to ask some questions. So I've got 3 questions, and the one that's doing the best will receive a little bale. So this is a little cotton bale. And this is how cotton goes out of the country. Of course, now in 200 kilogram bales, not the small, but it looks precisely the same as it goes out of the country. So, any questions from the floor?
So how me? Sorry,
Yes.
not the floor. How long is it before I'm gonna be able to wear a T-shirt out of that World Indigenous?
Look, Jackie, thank you. We need funding to see. My dream there is this: that land has got water rights. We need to have a solar pump there. We need to put compost on it. We need to prune it. That's the other thing. Cotton is like that. When you prune it, it goes into the fruit and not vegetative in the bushes that we showed you there. It will definitely. So we need funding. We need support to do that. Imagine that just outside of the national park, Kruger National Park, we can have a community. And remember, this is abundant. It's growing in the veld. And yes, we need to cultivate it. But I mean, it would be 100% organic, not greenwashed organic, 100% organic cotton. Yes.
Another question. Anybody else? There's a question over there before I ask mine.
Yes, thank you, sir.
I just wanted to ask, because I mean, I'm not so as exposed to the industry of textile. So I just wanted to find out, why is it that we're importing so much cotton?
Well, very good question. Unfortunately, cotton, like any crop, needs to compete with other crops. Due to, for instance, the war between Ukraine and Russia, the prices of soya beans went up. So farmers, look, they are in there for a business. So they rotated out of maize and into maize and soyas, for instance, and out of cotton. So that's one of the reasons. The other reason is that we are battling to get new plant material in South Africa. Because remember, the big seed companies are saying, listen, guys, you are producing 18,000 tons. We can't invest in very expensive technology. I mean, Australia and America are already 2 or 3 generations ahead of us in seed. So our fields are not producing as much. And remember, the cost for producing a hectare of dryland cotton is between 12 and 15,000 rand, and under irrigation at least 35,000 rand. So you need to have yield, and that's why organic is so expensive. Remember now, when I'm doing dryland production under commercial circumstances, that's now with GMO seed, with fertilizers, with everything, then I can expect between 1,200 and 1,500 kilograms. With organic, you can only have around about 300 to 400, and that makes it very expensive, organic cotton. But thank you very much. Yes.
One last there's a question over there.
Yes, sir.
So I just wanted to ask, what's the timeline from seed contact to plant?
Okay, so from planting, so cotton is a summer crop. So we plant mid October with the heat units. The daily temperature, soil temperature need to be between 16 and 18 degrees. And so we plant middle October, and then the crop is for around about 180 to 160 days in the field. So the best, so what's working is that people, smaller, older farmers, there's about just over 2,000 small, older farmers in South Africa working on between 3,000 and 4,000 hectares. And so they can plant then in the hot areas, they can plant then cotton in summer, and they can do veggies and other stuff in winter. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Wonderful. I like this, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for this. I have 2 questions. you mentioned funding being an issue in this industry. So what is the other textile that we're working with for funding? And then secondly, how easy is it to get into this industry?
Okay, funding first. Yeah, funding. Thank you. Funding first. So most of our funding is being supplied by government on the poverty relief programs, and then we also got funding from private institutions. And I'll rather not, put their names up there, but we do get funding from private institutions, but under dry land, you need to rain-fed fields. You need to have at least 50 hectares. Under irrigation, at least 10 hectares to make a living out of it. And follow my email. You can send me email, and then what I will do is then I'll send you a questionnaire, and then I'll value that on desktop already. Then I can tell you. Cape Flats, you can't plant cotton. I mean, it's not going to work. But if you are into the dry, hot areas, the Northern Cape, for instance, on the Orange River is the best quality. Up to YP is the best quality in South Africa. And it is easy to go in, but you need to put up fencing. Cotton is very palatable for farm animals and wild animals. It actually tastes sweet on your tongue. In the old days, the people used to cut the green balls, and they actually suck the juice out of it because of the sweetness and the moisture. Thank you, sir. Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so I actually have a follow-up question on that. So, Tertius, are you saying, to the point that you're making around entering this industry, so where you are in terms of the value chain is like production, or the actual, like, it's the raw material? So what I'm asking is that then within like the manufacturing side of things, and then the guys who are like at the end of producing actual clothing, what is the process between you guys and the people that you kind of see?
Okay, very good question. Thank you very much. So the Cotton SA is the custodian of the commodity organization in South Africa. We're a non-profit company because we've got the only registered grading and quality lab in Africa, where people are sending their quality, their sea cotton, their lint to be graded. Remember now, if the spinner, because so you got the primary production on the field, the stuff that you see outside there on the table, and please take, there's 2 boxes, there's quite a few boxes, please take some of that, take it home and show the kids and, enjoy that. So the primary production, firstly, it needs to be harvested. Then secondly, it will go to the ginnery, where the lint and the seed is then separated. And then the next step is then spinning. Now, the spinning, I said to somebody this morning, a new spinning facility is R1 billion. That's very, very, very expensive, because it's like going to a retail shop. You need to have the whole basket. You can't just do one type of thing. So that's then spinning, then it goes, and then the sad part of it, most of our cottons are going out of the country, being spun outside, and then it returns to be weaved and knit, dyed, cut and trim, and then eventually you will have it in the store.
Can I ask one more question? Oh, did you have another question?
No.
The big thing about cotton, and it always comes up, is the water usage. And you said earlier, and then this is how I would explain why cotton has such a bad reputation in terms of water. I know we wash our clothes a lot, which is also a problem.
Okay, so the water usage that it's the issue is the whole thing about producing the cotton. Okay, so it's 8,800 liters per kilogram of lint. Remember, a cotton won't grow in a place where it's not hot and humid and the rainfall is not good enough when you're on dry land. So what people don't think is that 6,000 liters of that water is actually coming by means of rain. And then we add on around about 2,000 liters per kilogram of lint. Lint now is that white stuff without the stalks, without the seed, that is outside there in the boxes. So somehow, somewhere it got a bad name. And the main reason for that is in Australia. They're doing flood irrigation still. They got lots of water, they think. They still got lots of water and they do flood irrigation. So flood irrigation is making it in furrows and the water runs through the furrow and it wets the cotton. So there's quite a few guys. I worked in the Shiri Valley in Malawi as well, where they still do that as well by flood irrigation. But that's where it's actually getting its bad reputation. I want to go back to my questions because I need to hand out those bales. Okay. So the first question is, why is Egyptian cotton so sought after? Anna-Marie, you're not allowed to answer. Yes, ma'am.
Because it's handpicked.
Handpicked, you got 1 out of 10. Yes.
Climate also.
Climate. There you're going. Yes, and more at the back?
More fibers.
No. Yes.
It's a long staple.
It's a long staple. It's a long staple. But I'm going to give it to the lady in the blue dress. She was on top of that one. Come, please. So, the fiber is long. Just imagine, you take something long and you twirl it to get to the twine. It's soft. That's so the reason. The climate, and of course then the cultivar. Right, the second one. So you take a bale of lint, that white stuff. No seed, nothing in there. 220 kilos, how many pairs of jeans will you be able to make out of that? Yes.
4.
Nope. Go. Yes.
200.
There's my man. Yes, Ian?
I would have said 150.
Okay, 200, he's good. 215 pairs. There you are. Come.
How many pairs can you make out of this?
Not one.
Thank you very much.
Okay, all right, last one. Okay, come on, now the calculators is out. Joanne, this is your stuff. This is the figures. Okay, so to produce 1 bale of cotton lint, how many hectares do you need if you produce 735 kilograms per hectare? So our smallholder farmers in South Africa is doing 735 kilograms of seed cotton, primary production on 1 hectare. The Africa figure is 390. So how many hectares do you need to do that 1 big bale of cotton lint? Okay, the sum is you take the production times 40%, because that's the only part that you can use as lint. So of each kilogram of primary production, you get 40% of that as lint. So it's 0.75 of a hectare. Under that yield, you'll need to do that. And that one goes to Jackie because she is a star. Thank you very much.
There was no way I was going to get that right. Thank you, Tertius. Thank you so much. So anybody who's working in the fashion industry and has any questions about cotton, you know where to find the answers. Thank you, Tertius. It's really nice to have you in our ecosystem.